Hello, transurfers and the transurfing curious. I am Renee Garcia, and this is TransurfingTV, the only official transurfing YouTube channel endorsed by Vadim Zeland himself, the author of Reality Transurfing. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so now by clicking the link below. We really appreciate that one. And if you have not yet joined our awesome Facebook group, the International Transurfing Institute Facebook group, it is lit. We're almost at 3,000, tons and tons and tons of interactions and cool things being said by people, and it's really a great group, and we go deep into these concepts. So if you would like to join, we will welcome you with open arms, y'all. So today, my topic, again, a little bit of cussing here. If you are offended by cussing, this is your cue. You can turn the video off now, but this is how to flow like a motherfucker. So if I was to attribute one thing besides dropping of importance, but if I was to attribute one thing, one concept within the reality transurfing modality that has helped me beyond measures, I couldn't even begin to tell you what this concept has done for me, it would be the alternatives flow. And through giving my last lessons with the International Transurfing Institute, I believe it's Transurfing 2, I talked about outer intention and the alternatives flow. And I realized that I've talked about both individually and also signs individually, which I will be talking about, but I've never quite entwined them to talk about them all together. And this is where reality transurfing really does become magical, and you interact, if you will, with your external environment in a much different way. So first off, I want to talk a little bit about outer intention, what it is exactly. So outer intention is your world presenting something to you. So there are things happening outside of us all of the time, variables getting mixed up and producing something, and things appear in front of us all of the time. Now, this is where consciousness or awareness really helps us, is that when we are in a state of awareness, we can see when our world is presenting something to us. So obviously, the antithesis of outer intention is inner intention. This is when you virtually try to create results in your reality via your own will, via your own thinking, really thinking you can do it. It's you enforcing yourself to create results in your reality, which can be effective, but there is a much more efficient way of doing it, and there's a much more fun way of doing it. And in my opinion, the things that are brought to me via outer intention are much better than what I could conceive in my mind. So I will give a few examples later. So the one example that I like to give, and just explaining what outer intention is, outer intention, or let me start with inner intention rather. Inner intention would be you being in a foreign city, leaving your hotel, and deciding that you want a cup of coffee. So you set out looking for a cup of coffee, and that's the only thing you're focused on, is getting the cup of coffee. And you can't see a cafe or one that's open, and you become frustrated, and your sole focus is to get that cup of coffee, okay? Outer intention would be the same scenario. You leave your hotel room and you set the intention. I want a cup of coffee. I'm going to get a cup of coffee. And then you drop it. You forget all about it and you go about your time, let's say the next hour, just looking at the sights. You just walk around enjoying yourself. And then when your world presents to you the cafe, you just walk in and you spent less energy getting that cup of coffee. So this boils down to you being able to trust your world when you set an intention. And for me, reality transurfing really started to change when I shifted from that internal intention energy to trusting that my world would in fact bring me exactly what it was that I intended to have at the right time. time, okay? But a couple of things I needed to do a couple of things, and a couple of things needed to take place. So I know I've used this analogy in the past, but I'm going to use it again now. Our reality is like a river, okay? And most of us are holding on to a rock against the current. The current's trying to take us downstream. We're holding on to this rock, and this rock represents our importance levels, our inner intention, the way that we feel we need to have something, or what we feel we need to have. And a lot of us get stuck holding on to this rock because we don't trust that something better might be downstream waiting for us, or that there even is a stream, or that there even is a river, right? With anything else. So we become solely focused on what it is we're doing right now, what we have right now, what we want right now, and we go about it in the ways that we feel we need to control the situation. And this is you theoretically holding on to that rock for dear life. So how to flow like a motherfucker. You got to let go of this rock, okay? And I know this is scary because when you let go of the rock, you plunge into the water and you got to flow, and you don't know that there's these other things down here. But I did this. I started this journey about 5 years ago, and these rocks signify all sorts of cool stuff. New tracks, new opportunities, new people, new destinations, new professions, more of what it is that you intend to have. So when I let go of that rock, it was super scary because I was convinced that the only way that I would ever get what I wanted was to keep holding on to that rock. So I let go, and then I floated downstream, and sure enough, my world was presenting to me things that I wanted, but I was not going to see them holding on to this rock. So when I started to flow downstream, the way that I would see the things on these rocks were signs. I would see signs from my world, very, very clear ones, like people offering me jobs, or somebody calling me and telling me that, you know, the home prices in my hometown had lowered substantially, and have I thought about buying a home yet, or whatever it was. I had all sorts of cool things presented to me. But again, if I had just been holding on to this rock saying, no, you know, doing this business the way that I have it and living in LA the way that I am and all this stuff, if somebody would have called me and said, hey, did you ever think about moving back home? Or hey, did you ever think about this profession? I would have said, no. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing here, and I don't have time for anything else, and this is my deal here. And this is what most people do. So when I let go of that, I was actually I was put in a position at that point that I could flow, and I could go take up some of these other opportunities, right? But the signs were things that came to me via communication, nonverbal communication via my reality, verbal communication from others offering me different options or suggesting something, or overhearing people talking. So really our world shows us things by signs, okay? And then those things are outer intention bringing us those things, but the way that it shows it to us is via a sign. And then as you're flowing, then you can take up some of those things being offered. Let's say you flow down the stream here and you decide, okay, this is cool, I'm going to take up this opportunity. So once you take up this opportunity, a bunch of other life tracks open up, or streams that you can flow down that also have lots of other cool stuff waiting for you. But the idea is that you have to let go of that rock first, and you have to start to flow. Being empty is key. Little inner intention. When my reality is functioning at its absolute best and I'm getting all of the stuff that I want with ease, I know I am managing how I am working or where I'm working from, and that's via inner intention. Lower importance levels means harmony goes up. So when you're up here holding onto this rock, not trusting your world, importance, excess potential, inner intention, your harmony level goes down and your importance levels, your excess potential, all that stuff goes up. So if you can lower your importance levels on what you feel you need, or the ways that you think you need to see something play out, or you got to have this thing, or you got to be with this partner, or whatever, your harmony levels in your reality go down. If you can relax, drop importance on the things that you are actively trying to get with inner intention, and you can bring those down, your harmony levels go up, and it's in this high level of harmony that outer intention flows, and it is magical. I am experiencing it every day now, and it's awesome. I love it. So harmony going up equals a better flow, outer intention gifts, and more signs, because again, being inside your head, inner intention, inner screen, it's hard for you to see exactly what it is your reality is presenting to you via signs when you're all up here. So if you can lower the importance levels, lower that inner intention, get yourself out of that inner screen and pull yourself into the center screen, you are going to see so much more. It really is amazing. And again, the center screen is where it happens for me. If I can pull myself away from that outer screen, right? This is external dramas. This is family stuff. This is me getting sucked into something emotionally. If I can pull myself out of that outer screen, if I can keep myself from just living up here in my inner screen and maintain my thought energy inside that center screen, outer intention brings me all sorts of stuff. It is amazing. And then I have the energy to act on it. Then I can actually do something with what it is my world is presenting to me. So the reason more presents itself in the center screen is due to your awareness levels being raised. So just like I said, you get sucked in to your inner screen or into your outer screen, and your awareness levels go down drastically. When you're in your center screen, your awareness levels are up. That way you can see things happening. I see myself, I see my reality, and you can see what is exactly going on and what is being presented to you as well. Action when it feels right, not because it is asked of you. So again, we oftentimes are taking action because they're in line, it's the actions in line with this. And getting some of that heart and mind coordination going where you are acting from a place of it feeling right. This is where this flow really starts to happen. It's that call of duty or that obligation or I should or something like that. That's all up here. This is heart and mind coordination. This is you trusting your world. This is it feeling right, your heart saying yes and your mind saying yes. So it's about getting down to what you are hearing internally and tuning out the shoulds, the obligation, the call of duty, all of that stuff, because that is anti-flow. That is not flow. The more you flow, the more you see. The more you see, the more opportunities are presented to you. The more opportunities that are presented to you, the higher you can climb to your higher self, the higher version of yourself, your higher track, however you want to look at it. But beware of the induced transition and pendulums and importance levels. So again, just as you can move down here, letting go of that rock, induce the excess potential, the importance, you feeling you have to inner intention the hell out of what it is you're doing, and flowing down and being in a state of lower importance levels, flowing, knowing your world is going to bring things to you via outer intention, all that good stuff that can be reversed. You can turn any of these rocks down here back to that rock again via pendulums, induced transition, and importance levels. So this is a practice. This is not like you are just going to flow and then, okay, I got it, and then that's it. Nope, you can still get caught doing this on one of these rocks downstream. So it's about maintaining awareness of how it is you are acting with your reality, flowing, acknowledging that you're flowing, understand what it is that you need to do to keep up that action, and stay aware of it. Don't fall back asleep, because if you fall back asleep, then you'll just end up right back here. So it's a practice more than anything else, but this is one that has made my life so much easier. I don't have to stress anymore. I don't have to worry. I don't ever feel like it's all on me anymore. I know my world is taking care of me. I know my world will present to me exactly what it is that it needs to in the right time for me to realize my intentions. And I never, ever doubt this. I am flowing like a motherfucker. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know your thoughts. And of course, like this video if you do in fact like it. And I look forward to your comments. Bye guys.